Why is Ariel Helwani beefing with a new fighter again? I mean, wasn't he beefing with Jamal Hill 2 weeks ago? And 2 months before that, beefing with Paddy Pimblett? And last week, beefing with John Jones? And even before that, beefing with Dricus du Plessis? It seems so strange to me how this man manages to put himself in some type of situations and to make himself look like the victim every time. Like, somebody who has problems with everyone is the common denominator of those problems. Chael never has any problems with anyone. Dricus du Plessis didn't really have any problems with anyone. Jamal Hill didn't really have any problems with anyone. But they all have problems with Ariel. So how does this man keep getting himself in those situations? I'll tell you how. It's by disrespecting fighters again and again and again on this show. He got way too confident with the 10-7 Helwani thing. Now he got Jamal Hill. He trying to expose Jamal Hill for being a wife abuser when he didn't even say nothing about this. He just said that everybody should keep their hands to themselves. And Jamal said that was one of the first things that kind of rubbed him off the wrong way. But then Ariel tried to start instigating things with Iri when Jamal didn't really do none against Iri, like some friendly trash talk back and forth, but Ariel trying to instigate again. So Jamal then put out videos, and what is Ariel response? Come on my show and talk about it. Again, he's the victim. He's talking about, oh, but I did this for you. I did that for you. I talked to your manager. When really that has nothing to do with it. And right before that, like 2 weeks before that, he was beefing with Dricus du Plessis. He was pointing out that du Plessis was a racist, and he was the one who started the things with Izzy and all of that. When Izzy was the one bringing up race. Dricus was talking about nationality, and he's right. He's born and raised in Africa. Izzy been like repping out 5 different countries. So when Dricus came on the MMA Hour, Ariel Helwani shows, like, he started disrespecting the fuck out of him. And then for the next 2 weeks, every time someone was on the show, Ariel was asking them, what do you think about this Dricus situation? I think Dricus is wrong. I think Dricus is wrong. I think Dricus is a racist. Not saying this explicitly, but implicitly meaning that Dricus is the one in the wrong. When Dricus said that he wants to bring those belts to Africa, to an African gym, trained and bred out of Africa, not Kamaru Usman, who left for Nebraska at like 5 years old, or Izzy, who left for New Zealand and then went to China and then came back to Nigeria for 1 week and then went back to New Zealand. Dricus just said that he wants those belts in Africa. And Izzy came in the ring, started calling him N-word and everything. So you tell me, who made it about race? But again, Ariel Helwani had his agenda already, because Izzy is coming on the show and makes a ton of views, and Izzy invited him to his premiere for his documentary, and that's part of his agenda. Israel Adesanya is part of Ariel's agenda. So of course he wasn't gonna take Dricus' side, or even take no side, just stay neutral. But when people started calling him out about it, oh, I'm neutral. No, I don't take no side. I'm just saying it how I see it. I don't take no side. Bruh. And then we had the thing with John Jones last week. Again, always the same thing. Instigating. He tried to put some words in his mouth when he was talking to Francis Ngannou. You know, Francis Ngannou had a great win. I made a video about it. But Ariel could not hold it in. He had to bring up Dana White. And by bringing up Dana White, he started bringing up John Jones. Like, what? He started saying that, oh, John Jones was talking shit with Dana White too about you. When John Jones is the UFC heavyweight champion, of course he's gonna have some type of rivalry with Francis Ngannou, who never really lost the title. But it was always kind of respectful, you know? And even at the PFL event, after all the trash talk, last time they had an interaction was at the PFL event. and it was pretty respectful. Some rivalry, but pretty respectful. But then Ariel tries to bring up some stuff that John Jones would have said and Dana White would have said. And even Francis Ngannou was like, I couldn't give two shits about Dana White and John Jones. Like, I'm celebrating myself. And that's the whole basis of his beef with now Chael Sonnen, UFC's most loved fighter of all time, or like top 5 most loved fighter of all time. You know, Uncle Chael. He's saying that Ariel uses his dislike of the UFC and Dana White to justify supporting Ngannou, or like he's just supporting Ngannou because he doesn't like Dana White in the UFC, when objectively this was a really bad move. It could have went so wrong for Ngannou. So to start saying that, oh, every UFC champ should follow the example and take their freedom and everything is just wrong advice and ill-placed advice. And that's what Chael Sonnen was saying, that yes, Francis Ngannou may have won or lost the fight with Tyson Fury, but he still lost in the end. Like, this is not a win. And what does Ariel do? He starts calling Chael an anti-Semite. Like, what? With everything that's going on right now, you're using your Jewish affiliations or descent to justify you acting some type of way with fighters and then them clapping back on you. This is not the first time that Ariel has used his Jewish descent to protect himself or make himself look like the victim. And that's why people don't like him. And Ariel beefing with fighters goes way back. Even from, like, you can find it on YouTube. There's like 20 minutes clips of Ariel beefing with fighters, Rampage Jackson and all those other fighters. And even now, John Jones, he used to be kind of close with him, and now recently he just said that no wonder I'm not doing any interviews with you. And he got banned from the UFC for leaking stuff, and he's just been a troublemaker. Everywhere he been, trouble came. So the reason fighters don't like Ariel Helwani is because he's acting like a smart ass with them, condescending with them, and low-key disrespecting them. But then when they clap back, he's using every excuses in his arsenal to justify himself. And sometimes he may have some points, like with Chael. The Chael argument, he had some very valid points. It's just the way he goes about it. Like asking Chael to apologize publicly for doubting Ngannou, like this wasn't a 1 in a million chance scenario. Like, who do you think you are? Just imagine being a fighter, being invited on the show, and rather than him asking about your career and future plans and everything, he just goes blabbering about all the local rumors and like trying to fit his agenda in the show. Like, I would snap. I would fucking spaz out. Anyway, as usual, Ariel is not in the wrong. He's the victim. He has never been disrespectful. He has never been condescending. He has never instigated anything. He's just a victim of the system. He's a victim of the system, and fighters hate him because he's Jewish. That's right. But again, guys, this was not a really well planned video with some fixed subjects and everything. It was more kind of a rant because Chael Sonnen is my guy, you know, Uncle Chael. So seeing this kind of triggered me, and I wanted to talk about it because I'm seeing a pattern with everything Ariel is doing. I'm seeing a pattern, and I bet you could see it too. But again, let me know what you guys think. I'm always open to debate. You can leave a comment and tell me what you guys think. Subscribe, like, it's always supporting. This is my first kind of video like this, just ranting and not really have written anything, just started talking on the mic. So if you guys liked it, let me know. And yeah, like, I was supposed to make this video with the Drickus stuff, but I abstained because I was like, you know what, let me keep myself out of this. I don't really want to talk about it. I'm not informed on the subject, but now my boy, he went against Uncle Chell. I couldn't let that slide. So yeah, like the video, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching. See you soon.